Hi everyone, I'm Ankita Jagtiani and this is Rupali Singhal. We traveled from Bombay to Delhi by an Indigo flight yesterday on the 28th of May, and we're here to share our experience with you of our journey. Rupali, were you anxious before you decided to travel?
God, I think it was the most difficult decision that I have taken in a very long time. We had been contemplating for since forever, and even when the flights opened, we kind of waited to see what the situation is like. How are what is the what's happening? Yeah, are there going to be any horror stories or anything? And then we finally took the decision to kind of take that risk.
Right. I think what was really good for us was that we could travel together. We knew we both wanted to go back home since this is our hometown, and so if you have a support, somebody who's willing to travel with you and needs to essentially go back as much as you do, then that moral support always helps. So another thing that I learned was that you don't need an e-pass. So I went crazy trying to apply for an e-pass online from Bombay for the airport to reach the airport. But what you can do is just have your ticket in hand, and the person dropping you should have a copy of your ticket as well. So when they come back, when they're driving back to their house, they have that proof that they've dropped you. So in case somebody stops them, they have proof. So let me just quickly share with you what happened when we reached the airport. At the entry, you need to have the Arogya Setu app and show it to them. One thing which is great is that the security has done a great job at the social distancing. So they put marks everywhere, which is very helpful. And they at no point will touch your phone or your boarding pass, so that's very good. They're all wearing their kits, they're all in masks, they all have their gloves, so that's very well done. Now you have to have your baggage tag and boarding pass printed in advance. However, when you reach the airport, they still ask you at the kiosk to reprint the baggage tag to stick it on your check-in. Your check-in can be 20 kilos, that's what's allowed, and you're allowed a small handbag which can fit under your in front under the front seat of the aircraft that you're sitting in. Now of course you drop your bags at the counter, they see your ID, so that's one thing that they do. They constantly check your ID because you're wearing masks. And yeah, I think the airport and the airline crew are very helpful at every point and are very precautious about not touching anything and sharing the right advice with you at every point. Rupali, over to you. Could you just share the precautions that we took and what was the security check like?
So I think where these precautions come from is the fact that while social distancing was taken care of very well at the airport, what was really not up to the mark, to be honest, is sanitization and disinfecting that entire process. There is no procedure per se. There is nobody taking care of. There are no. Honestly, we were expecting those cubicles or something that you go through, where there's a disinfecting shower or something for your bag. There was nothing. Security check was honestly a little scary because the trays that you get, I didn't see anybody disinfecting them at any point. You were just supposed to put your stuff in those trays, it goes through, and just pick it up later. So, what you can do is the first thing, the most important thing is carry a plastic bag, which Ankita came up with this brilliant idea. Honestly, she had a plastic bag inside her handbag, so we had just put our laptops and all our belongings in that plastic bag before we put it in the tray, and then we disposed of the plastic bag eventually. Wear long sleeve shirts and whatever, as much of your body part as you can cover apart from just the mask. We had put cling wraps on the handles of our hand baggage, and we removed the handbag those cling wraps after the security, because there's a lot of handling and there's different people touching your bags at different points. So use that cling wrap. We carried 3 or 4 pairs of gloves each. So we changed a pair of gloves after check-in, then after security, before getting onto the flight, when we got off the flight. So that helped a lot. Instead of using toothpicks for kiosks and all of that, just use different pairs of gloves. If you're two people traveling together, even otherwise, try and take an emergency row seating if you're physically fit, or the front row. We took an aisle and a window seat, and we were quite lucky because there was nobody in the center seat, so that helped us. There is no food, of course, but there's no water on the flight either, which honestly is great. So they give you water before you board. Just before boarding, they will give you a fresh pair of masks and sanitizers and those face shields. You ought to change your mask from the one that you've been wearing. It's advisable, and use their fresh ones. So they don't want you to be touching that face shield and everything while you're on the flight. So they don't want you to lift it even for water. So you're supposed to have water before you board. It's advisable not to use washrooms either. We didn't. Uh, for some reason, stores are open at the airport, so please do not enter these stores and shop. It's just absolutely unnecessary. Take your boarding pass printouts if possible, though you have to go to the kiosk and take a baggage tag printout, but try and just have your boarding pass printed. It helps. Like Ankita said, that they'll check your ID a lot of times, so try and wear something with pockets and keep your ID handy instead of having to go to your bag every time. Your suitcase that you check in, try and get something that has a plastic covering, or something that it. I had a cloth bag, so I that's the problem I faced at home, because otherwise I could have just literally dipped my bag in sanitizer or figured out a better way to sanitize the
Right.
check-in luggage. Also, one thing that later I realized in hindsight, we could have worn those. I know it's pushing it a bit, but those shoe masks, shoe covers, so that when you enter your car eventually, when you land, you can just take off those shoe masks, and just that's another additional step.
Right.
Angela, do you want to take them through what happened when we landed, and then we can cover those precautions?
Yeah, I think I'll just want to add one more thing that at the airport, before at the boarding counter, there's seating. So what they've done is they've crossed out the center seat. After every one seat, there's
Yeah.
kind of a cross, so that they've really taken care of. Even then, it's advisable not to sit if you don't need to. And just coming to the landing, so when we landed, we thought that they will check our temperature, they will stamp us maybe, or check our app, but none of that was done. So we landed. It took us about maybe 7 minutes to walk till the baggage counter, and then we had to wait for another 10 minutes before our bags came. Now what was good is, because people tend to touch bags a lot, they had even social distanced the bags in the baggage belt. So one just pulled out what was yours and you walked out. There were no officials that we really saw. Of course, we could have mistaken not seeing them, but nobody stopped us at any point. Um, and yeah, it was kind of a walkout for us, but we still decided to self quarantine ourselves. There were also a lot of precautions that we took after we landed, from the time we landed to the time we reached home. And Rupali, I'd request you to quickly just shed light upon that.
So as soon as we got out of the airport, we first disposed of all the masks and face shield and gloves and everything that we were wearing. And before we got into the car, we changed, we wore a new set of masks and everything. As soon as I got home, my luggage was taken to the terrace, and I sunned my bag for about 24 hours before opening it. Directly went to the washroom, and I have since then pretty much been in this room. I have not hugged my parents, even though I met them after 3 months, because it's just not the risk is not worth it, and it's about 14 days. So I'm trying to do as much as possible, eat in disposables, wash my own clothes, wear a mask even inside the house when I'm outside of this room, and
If at
I mean,
all.
sorry,
If at all you're outside the room.
if at all, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, we are self quarantining ourselves, because it is a little scary, and although there's been news about how there were 13 or 14 passengers infected or anything. So I think the point that we are trying to make through this video is that please travel only if essential, only if necessary, only if there's no other way and you must go back home or anything. Only travel if important.
Absolutely. I think it's quite stressful to take that decision. So plan properly. If you take that decision, plan properly. Plan your from the minute you're going to reach the airport till the time you're going to reach home. Be prepared not to use the washrooms. Be prepared not to eat anything at that time. And yeah, like Rupali said, just self quarantine. That's the best thing to do. If there's anything else you'd like to know from us, feel free to DM us. Message Rupali or message me. Our handles are mentioned below, and yeah, we'll be happy to help you with any other unanswered questions that you may have. So, thank you for watching. I hope this video helps, and thank you, Rupali, for being a part and sharing
Thank
the
you.
experience.